You're listening to Party Nerds Weekly.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Party Nerds Podcast. Ethan is finally on the show.
And he broke it.
And he rolled out. He was like, yeah, give me off camera.
Yeah, he broke it.
So, of course, everybody's here today. Haas, Jorge from The Void with Ethan and Ralphie. We are basically all here. One big thing, of course, our question of the day that we're going to have a chance to talk about is, could DC steal Marvel spotlight? Basically bringing up the fact that Marvel has now backed out of Hall H at San Diego Comic-Con. Oh, okay. It's backed out of San Diego Comic-Con.
What is happening?
Yeah, for real. There's a murder going on back there. And DC is going to be the sole comic book company that is going to be showcasing a lot of their work. But first, wanted to get into, of course, a lot of current events. One happening to be this brand new Predator animated movie that just dropped on Hulu. And I got a chance to watch it a couple days ago, and it is fabulous. I didn't think that it was going to be, because I thought it was like going to be like a bunch of shorts, but it ends up being all right. I'll give you the details of how this pretty much goes down. And for one, I gotta give what not 20th Century Fox, but 20th Century Studios a little bit of credit, because the Predator franchise and what they're doing with it is almost bolding into like building this universe a lot bigger than what it was supposed to be originally. Who would have thought that after the first, what's up, Mark? After the first Predator movie, that we would get almost an entirety of series, not spinoffs or anything like that, but more so because of the species that it is. You get all these blown out pretty much projects that have happened recently since the acquisition that happened with Disney. Now, I don't know if that's attributed to Disney, but damn if they are not doing a good job of pushing this shit out. For one, I think it kind of started after the acquisition with that movie that came out on Hulu, purely on Hulu, Prey. And Prey was a wait, Haas, I can't even hear you.
Prey was dope.
Prey was fan-fucking-tastic.
Not a lot of English, but dope.
Very dope. And that was almost like the Kickstarter. So now there's going to be a brand new film that's going to be released, I think, at the end of this year or the beginning of next year, right? But yet in the middle of this, there was an animated project called Killer of Killers that just got released on Hulu late last week. And the way that this story is built is basically, of course, the Predators basically being a alien species who have been around since the beginning of time, because the first storyline that they drop into is old world Norway, which is basically like Norse world and Vikings and everything like that. So that one particular story is called The Shield. They go through that whole sequence, and then the next one is old, like late 1800s Japan, where the next one is called The Sword, and it's all based on samurais. And then they go through all these particular periods of time, and whoever wins in these particular stories gets snatched up onto the Predator ship as the ultimate champions, and they get to face kind of like a grand champion.
Oh shit!
Of the Predators that they have. So if you manage to like win or better yet, win your battle against the one particular Predator that's like haunting your land, you get abducted. And then you get like a slave collar put on you, and then they want you almost in a gladiator style to battle their supreme champion.
That's not fair.
I was like, yo, I didn't think they could do this, because I was sitting here thinking, okay, this is just like a bunch of short stories. This is gonna be like, like Love, Death, and Robots. We're just gonna see a bunch of stories where a Predator has pretty much been inserted into each of these particular timelines. But yet, there's just this bigger story that they're basically formulating or turning these people or grooming them into gladiators. That shit, Mark, I gotta agree, man. You definitely got to add that to your list if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I have to make sure I'm on it.
I didn't think that it was going to get that big. I was like, damn, this fucking story is amazing. It's like an hour and a half, which is great. Hour and a half is perfect timing. And the way this pretty much like all builds up, like everybody has a distinctive weapon. Like the Viking that you see, her weapon of choice is a shield. She has 2 broken shields, and she was just chopping heads the entire time. Of course, in Japan, the one guy was a samurai and everything like that. You go throughout all of it, everybody has a distinctive weapon. They face the supreme challenger to the predators, and then they go, oh man, excellent. So if you hadn't had the chance to watch that already on Netflix, it's an animated Predator movie, hour and a half, 90 minutes. That's it. But straight to the point, a lot of violence. Actually, a lot of gratuitous violence. Let's just say that.
Yeah, man. Sterl was telling me that he gave it a 10 out of 10, man.
Bro,
he gave it a 10 out of 10. So now I gotta watch it. I was supposed to watch it last night. I didn't get to it, but that might be a tonight thing.
Yeah, man. Like, yo, I don't think I should be going into these Predator movies with low expectations, because the story built around this, aside from just like the violence that it was given, which I know a lot of people will like, actually made this some like extremely watchable.
Huh? I'm still up, man. I'm checking that out. Have to.
Absolutely.
Heard too many good things about it.
Ralphie, you got to get involved, bro.
I'm
The Rock makes a cameo.
You tried.
Watch it.
That was a good effort all the way around. You guys tried. Just wait for that brother with
You know what?
Y'all are gonna be sick.
I gotta admit, that's not a bad idea. If The Rock was ever in a Predator franchise,
listen, man,
that might be a good move for him.
That might be a good move because he can be himself.
He can absolutely be himself. This is not a joke,
we actually, you're right. We might be onto something here. We might need to push for The Rock.
The Rock has never done horror. He was in I remember him being in Doom, the adaptation, the video game adaptation, and everything.
Yeah.
Like that. But if you insert him in the Predator franchise, almost
that's perfect for him.
The same effect as Arnold Schwarzenegger when in the first movie.
Yes.
The Rock would kill it.
He would kill it. So yeah, let's push for that. Yeah, push for that.
We need a campaign for this.
I'll give. I might
reach out
for that.
Reach out to your racist minions and try to get The Rock.
Why has it got to be that? It's a part of that.
That's what it is.
It's a part of that Noah family. I'm here.
Oh my God, bro! To be honest, I give anything. I think that would probably be like the best move if he wanted to enter a franchise that he could
take it over. He can take over the franchise.
He could be solo in that joint. He could be himself, like just
himself.
No supporting characters. Him.
Just him and a bunch of no names.
That's it.
I mean, technically, yeah, he would. Yeah, he could count because like nobody's really like taking Predator super serious.
No, and they always insert great actors into those Predator movies. So like when you're looking at it, it's like if you remember Predators, it was like Adrian Brody, who's a
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Walter Goggins, Lawrence Fishburne. There was so many good characters.
Sanaa Lathan Hadouken survived the whole movie.
So many, there's so many
with Alien vs Predator. She survived.
Michelle Rodriguez was in it as well too, which is
wild.
I'm just saying, Ralphie, you need to.
We might put
your legion and
we might need to go ahead and campaign this because that's actually a nice little niche right there. You get a nice little penny from it as well,
bro.
Yeah, he's been trying to take over and sabotage franchises for about 15 years.
That's a given.
It's time.
That's a given.
I don't think he can fuck this up. You want to know why? Because the Predator don't talk back.
Exactly. So
what are you trying to say?
Who's gonna beef with?
The script writer, whoever's the dialogue, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna want some more.
Keep the camera rolling.
You know what would be wild? What would be wild? Because he would probably insert, "Let's make the predator talk." Like he'll just say some human word all of a sudden.
Oh man, that's like
something.
What is your name?
What was that like? What was like? Remember they did the in what Jurassic World or something, and they
tried to make the fucking dinosaur talk. That's why I hate
that. Which one was that one?
It was like the third one where they were trying to basically make them adaptable to Earth, and they were trying to make the dinosaur talk. Yeah, and I was like, I really hate this franchise now.
That was with the raptor basically, and it was like,
Well, even sometimes the Predator mimics voices, because I remember the one time where he was about to die and he hit his self-destruction device and he basically told Arnold to go fuck himself before he blew up.
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
And he totally understood, what
he knew what the hell he was talking about.
He knew what Sanaa Lathan was talking about. They were teaming up.
Yo,
would he play military?
Ancient Samoan warrior. I will gladly take that. Ex-con killer. I would take that too.
Remember,
if he's like all that. Mark, you're on. Look, you're on to something.
Remember, Mark. He was holding on to a helicopter with a chain on top of a Jeep.
Stupid.
So whatever stupid thing that you can think of, he's gonna be a part of it. That doesn't seem out of reach.
He got to take the biggest predator possible.
Yeah.
Basically,
listen, we gotta get this thing. We gotta get some legs on this thing, man. We gotta get some legs on this. We
started it here first. I just hope everybody understands that. Predator's panel right here. The Rock
needs to join.
People's elbow on the Predator.
If he did that, imagine, or he did the spine buster joint, like,
if he does a spine buster to the Predator and pops back up,
that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. There's so much good that can happen.
Or he did the rock bottom, like
all this, bro. If he does any of this shit to a Predator, bro, I'm in the movie theater. I would actually be cheering the Rock on.
I'm saying, look.
Listen to me.
We come up with nothing but good ideas here.
We really do. That's actually legit.
Bro, if he gets into a full-blown wrestling match with a Predator, this is going to be bomb. I'm telling you.
Imagine him doing the people's elbow with his people with him, like two or three other survivors, and they see the people's elbow and they go crazy, and then they jump the Predator's ass. Hit him with the steel chair.
Does the motherfucking clothesline, then flips over,
bro?
And then all of a sudden they pull JR from the grave.
Who?
What a disgusting display!
Damn you,
son of a bitch!
Damn
you, Rock! And he'd be like this, damn you, Rock! Damn you to go to hell!
Predator cheating that son of a bitch!
Everett with that one eye. Go to hell, Rock.
Everett, if you're just joining us, we are now campaigning for The Rock to join the Predator franchise.
And it's gonna happen.
Because
it's already here first. It's gonna happen.
We were literally just talking about the new animated movie Killer of Killers that the Predator franchise is now going. That's gonna be the music playing.
All that just for I hope they do that.
And Predator fucking body slams his ass.
Like Ja Rule has a cameo in the film.
Monica.
Wait, hold on, no, that's where you lost me. That's where.
Why not?
We
have that music playing in the background.
No.
Yeah, exactly. It would be dope because he would be the first to match a Predator size and strength. He would be the ultimate competitor for a Predator. The Predator would love that.
It's a good idea. I'm just saying.
It's a great idea.
We're campaigning, everybody. Everybody needs to campaign that, just like they need to campaign about Ironheart. FYI.
Yep. Next week, that's coming.
Next week,
Rock getting ready. He said, Rock getting ready to fight the Predator. Daddy's got
to go to work.
All right. So this weekend's box office, of course, Lilo and Stitch has basically been just taken over the entire movie market, clearing the 300 million milestone domestically, and is now at a total of $772.6 million in total box office gross. It's killing shit. Which we kind of expected for a Disney movie and a live action adaptation. It was bound to happen. Surprisingly, the John Wick spinoff Ballerina with Ana de Armas is at number 2. A little softer than expected because it was around like $25 million domestically for the start of this film. But bro, I mean, John Wick now pushing out spinoffs is kind of like, of course, going to be something brand new. which I kind of figured. Actually, right after that is the Tom Cruise movie. Was it Final Reckoning, which I know Jorge can hear me from the void. It's probably just been his favorite movie of the year if he hasn't watched it on bootleg yet. So that movie has currently made $149 million domestically. It came in third this week, and it made $450 million globally. Karate Kid Legends is not making no dough. It's only made $35 million after.
Yeah, I don't know who wants
I
to watch that.
completely forgot about it.
You needed to forget about it. Well, you want to watch it?
Yes, because I mean,
no,
why
you
not?
don't. Stop it.
Why not?
If you don't want to watch it, stop.
Again,
you forgot about it. You don't want to watch it.
I didn't.
You don't want to watch it. You don't want to watch it. You would have never forgot about it if you wanted to watch it. You don't want to watch it. You're going to watch it at some point, but you don't want to watch it.
You don't want to. Yeah. So
thank you. That's all we ask. Sometimes. Tell the truth.
I like Everett's comment down here at the bottom. It says, "I haven't seen Lilo and Stitch, but did they cast the sister right?" And I know what he means. Damn, Everett. So I'm glad that Everett's been watching kids' movies and realized that the sister was a little thickums in the animated one and was looking for the sister to be a live action adaptation of how thick that sister was. Also, what is it? Final Destination Bloodlines, which is now in its fourth weekend. Of course, horror doesn't really do that big overseas, but it's done $123 million. And
that's not bad.
It's in its fourth week. And so
Karate Kid is going to do great when it goes international.
It probably is.
That's what we.
You think when it goes international, it's only done $35 million domestically in 3 weeks.
Because there were so many things that were happening, and we got so caught up. It's gonna kill overseas.
In China?
I don't know, man. This is an older Jackie Chan,
and possibly in Europe.
This is an older Jackie Chan.
This is not Rumble in the Bronx, Jackie Chan.
This is not Rumble in the Bronx.
This is not Rumble in the Cop, Jackie Chan. This isn't Rush Hour, Jackie Chan.
Yeah, it's not Rush Hour 2.
This is Sensei Jackie Chan. Okay, Sensei.
I don't like Sensei Jackie Chan. Drunken Master.
I don't. Yeah, like I don't need to hear him talk. I just need him to jump from the ceiling 50 stories and kick somebody in the face. That's what I need.
That's it.
And who the hell wants to hear from Ralph Macchio?
Don't do Ralph like that.
Look,
Ralph, he a legend in the streets.
Yeah, 40 years ago.
Ralph is literally...
The last good thing he did was My Cousin Benny.
Bro, he is squeezing water from a stone with this fucking franchise.
Which,
look,
you gotta do what you need.
The Karate Kid franchise continues to jump the shark. I don't know how it's lasted this long, but it has.
I don't know why.
Because again, it's entertaining to watch these kids.
It's not.
It is.
Not.
Yes, it is. First off, these kids is perfect.
It's not. I have no interest in the Karate Kid.
For y'all who don't watch
Cobra Kai, you know how
Cobra
Kai. I don't like
Cobra Kai. Excellent.
I did not watch it at all.
And that's what's wrong with both of y'all. Y'all don't appreciate good action film.
It's not good action.
It is.
No.
First of all, the Karate Kid, Ralph Macchio won with an illegal kick. So let's get that right off the bat. The franchise is tarnished, is cursed. It is rigged. It was rigged for him to win. That was not illegal.
But what about Jaden Smith in his karate?
That first of all, it's one of the worst movies ever created.
Wow. Wow. Unbelievable.
One of the worst movies ever created.
Definitely is not.
Crying. Oh, you want to watch a movie of him crying? That's what you want to watch? I hate it here.
It was passion.
That's what you want to
watch?
watch?
It was all about passion in that film. Okay, passion.
Jaden was upset. Them Chinese kids was kicking his ass in school every day.
Beating the shit out of him. Beating the shit out of him.
They
were beat. Every time he came around the corner, they were just right there.
Around the corner, them Chinese kids was beating his ass.
Pointless.
And then he had a little crush on the little Chinese girl.
I'd rather, you know what? I'd rather watch Jaden Smith in After Earth than watch.
Absolutely.
Wow. I would never.
I'd rather watch him in After Earth.
I would rather
rather watch him in After Earth.
Karate Kid over After Earth.
I'm not sorry.
Y'all are tripping.
I'd rather watch him in After Earth.
Tripping.
Like After Earth. I do.
Tripping.
Just saying,
And
it's
plus,
better than that Karate Kid.
obviously,
After Earth is equivalent to each
I don't even like the original Karate Kid. The only Karate Kid I like is Karate Kid 2.
2.
Thank you.
That's it.
Karate
2
Kid
was
2.
dope.
when
Why?
he was in Japan and he was getting his ass kicked.
Yes, that's why. That's why. That's exactly why he's getting his ass whooped.
He was getting his ass whooped over there.
3 sucks. Karate Kid 3 sucks.
So everybody started rubbing them fucking balls together.
Karate Kid 2 is actually a good movie.
It's a great movie.
I'd rather listen to him rap. He got some bars. Remember, Icon,
Jaden?
y'all was y'all was blasting Icon. Don't do that. Don't you dare do that to Jaden. Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what? You think we was blasting what?
Icon.
What do you?
Come on.
Hold on, bro.
Come on.
Wait a minute. Stop it. We wasn't ever
was...
blasting Icon. We wasn't even blasting it in the club. We
weren't.
Worked in the club.
It was because, first off, the clubs that y'all was at, y'all wasn't no hood clubs. Let's go ahead and get that out.
Whoa, don't do that now. No, you can't do that.
Club. I want everybody to understand. These
you can't do that. You can't do that.
First off, they did not play Icon at no hood clubs either.
Yes, they did. None. Okay, there was a whole lot of brothers that was holding up Cristal. Okay, and little Avery was out there like that.
And the clubs you think we worked at definitely had hood nights. So let's not. Yeah, let's not stop there. We had definitely
heavy.
Anyway,
it was dangerous. I ain't gonna hold you now.
I'm just saying.
Just saying. But we never heard Icon. I promise you.
Ever. It didn't get thrown on.
Yep. Not even the opening not the opening DJ, not the resident DJ, not the
closer. Who could play anything at the end of the night.
Yeah. Just get us the fuck out of here. Still didn't play Icon.
Still didn't play it.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm sorry we be down to your heroes like the Rock.
It's okay.
Jaden Smith. Okay. I'm sorry that we do that every week, but
Rafa, you don't really like Jaden Smith like that.
I'm just giving people benefit of the doubt.
I'm just saying.
That's how I feel about ready for this.
Why would we try to prop up Jaden Smith when we had Little Bow Wow? Little Bow Wow already had that. She already had that space. Bow Wow had that space.
I watched like Mike. That made sense.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Bow Wow had that space. I'm just saying. Bow Wow had that space.
I've exited this conversation because
Bow Wow and Little Romeo.
That's right now, you want to know what that is? You want to know what that is? That's the equivalent to the topic right there. Okay, Bow Wow and Lil Romeo is
currently what?
It's currently DC. I'm going to say it's currently DC. No,
and Jaden Smith
Marvel.
Is what?
I'm going to say no. No,
because I'm trying to see where you're going with this.
Chad Moss and Lil Romeo is basically Marvel. Jaden Smith is DC. He's the new up and coming. He's over there. They about to do their thing, and they the new generation.
Jaden Smith is not even relevant right now. What are you talking about?
And so isn't Chad Moss and Lil Romeo.
No, they had their time. Their prime is over.
You brought them up. He got J. Cole.
Their careers already. They already reached their peaks.
Thank you, Mark.
They had long peaks, and they are at the appropriate age where they just collect royalties
and that's where
do shows at this point.
And that is where
what is Jaden Smith doing?
Jaden Smith is.
What has he done? What has he done?
He's behind the scenes now. He's really made his bread.
Was he ever number one on 106?
His best acting job. His best acting job was when he was 6.
Are you talking about Pursuit of Happiness?
When he was fucking broke. That was his best acting job. When he was homeless.
Everett said Bow Wow, Romeo, and Jaden have the acting chops of a rock. Pun intended.
Y'all go leave the rock alone.
I'm just saying. Jaden Smith, he had plenty of opportunities, man.
Yeah,
he never, whether it's music or acting, he never reached.
Dead Wade never reached. He said, "Y'all some haters."
He never.
He said,
"Thank you." Thank you.
Never reached the peak. I'm just saying, he never reached the peak of Bow Wow and Little Romeo, man.
He was already at peak. He's already evolved.
No, he living off the coattails of his daddy and his mama.
And he was better. And he was better.
No, you know who reached their peak? Willow. If I whip my hair back and forth.
Goodbye.
It only took her one try. It only took Willow one try to reach her peak. And then, you know what Willow did? She said, "I'm done with this shit, Dad. Take me home." Left the tour. Couldn't even do the tour no more. She was tired of this shit.
Devin, they not trying to listen.
Dev said he's a real artist. Bow Wow isn't. Bow Wow spent 20 weeks on 106 Park at number 1.
Again, you are dating.
Are we
back,
sitting there?
okay?
We're gonna. Where is that? Can Dev jump on?
There's no more.
Somebody send the link to Dev.
Basically, y'all are talking about when
you the link.
Zoom was a fucking thing.
Can you get on Dev?
Okay, as far as I'm concerned, Jaden was in the iPod Shuffle. Y'all are Zoom
What?
iPod Shuffle. Okay, y'all need to step it up. Clearly,
I don't
as
know.
I've expressed, right now the way that DC is about to run is like Jaden when he dropped.
He said
straight fire.
He said,
I
"Look
don't
at
know,
everything he had to deal with living in that house. Cut him."
Yo, we're putting Dev. We're putting Dev on. Dev's going to.
Thank you, Mark.
Ralphie.
Thank you, Mark.
Dev's
that's
about to help you out. I'm sending him the link right now.
Special guest.
I'm sending the link.
Guest. We got a special guest, y'all. Y'all didn't think this was gonna happen on Party Day.
Yeah, we said. I'll be right back. Hold on.
What? Guess freaking what? In order for me to express, if DC steals Marvel's spotlight, this was what we needed. Thank you, Jaden Smith. Because of you, we're going to be able to get this to where it needs to be. Because DC is about to be the spotlight.
I don't think. Wait. I don't think Haas. What you just asked for? Dev's going to argue to the T about goddamn Jaden Smith.
Wait until my boy gets it. There we go. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all see it here first. I said it. That's right. Ralphie, the heel of Party Nerds. I said it.
Oh man.
And now I'm about to have backup.
Yeah, yo, Everett, this is old school. If Dev is in here, we about to.
All right, so I sent Dev. I sent it out, dog. I sent it. Check it. Check your WhatsApp.
Look.
Check your WhatsApp.
Jorge,
this is crazy. So I'm telling you, Willow hit her peak. Willow hit the peak.
Willow was supposed to be Jay-Z's
How many albums does goddamn Jaden Smith have?
He probably got 17 albums, and we only know about 1
albums.
He has 2. No, he just
Willow. All it took was Willow to have 1 hit,
and that was it. One hit wonder. That's what they call them. One hit wonder.
He's
because
not
we
a
wonder
wonder.
What could
He's
potentially
Will Smith's
happen?
son.
Jaden had 4 albums.
Son.
Okay,
compilations. He was 6. He was pushing in the bed still.
He has 4 albums. That's it.
Okay, did his thing.
I've never heard of any of these albums. I'm looking
and
at,
that's
right
what
now.
your problem, because again, y'all are Zoom, Microsoft Zoom. Okay,
Wow,
we
man.
are in the Apple iPod. We have moved generations.
You just call me the Zoom era?
Yes, I did.
All right, hold on. I gotta put it in the. I gotta put it in the group chat.
Oh, the Party Nerds chat. Yeah, he told me he wasn't over there.
All right, I got you. Hold on a second.
So regardless, this is going to be. He said Everett said we going old school. All right, so for anybody that is now joining us, this topic has evolved, and it's not the topic that we're talking about up here.
We were supposed to keep it. We were supposed to keep it there, right?
We're supposed to keep it there. Unfortunately, we were talking about the Karate Kid.
We might get a whole all-star team of
what?
We might get a whole all-star team of nerds because I put it in a group chat, so we might get random people pop up.
Oh no, is Sydney coming up in here too? Is Sydney gonna cuss us out? How dare you interrupt my home life
for a Bow Wow, Little Romeo, and Jaden discussion?
Dare you do this to me? Doesn't make any type of. He said, "Hold on."
Yo, I did not wake up today.
We might get to a discussion
about Jaden Smith and Bow Wow.
We might get to the point where we're at the levels of last week where we talked about your brother committed suicide, so we bought you suicide doors.
bro. Oh my, that was the funniest. That was the funniest.
I messaged Dre right after.
That was
let him know. Let him know.
That was the greatest comment of the year right there.
That was one of the funniest moments we ever had on the show, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. It was that. It was Cable coming in late, Mama. It was that. Like, we had some crazy. I'm sure one of them stories I was talking about, like silver titties or something like that. We've had some moments.
Yeah, he was like, "Why y'all niggas ain't running? Ooh,
y'all get the fuck out of here.
This place is gonna blow. Why the fuck?
Sorry, mama.
I'm sorry,
mama.
What's up, Andre? We got a treat tonight. Unfortunately, our Karate Kid topic has evolved into Aiden versus Bow Wow showdown.
Yeah, bro. Apparently, Ralphie thinks Hadouken. Look, Ralphie. Look, what he went.
And now you're gonna duck out with them coming.
He probably went to go with Dev to get their rebuttal together.
Oh my God,
that's
coming. They got to get their rebuttal together. They're gonna have a conversation and chat about this because I need to know. I had to look up these Jaden Smith albums. I've never heard of.
I'm telling you, I knew it was more than two.
It's.
I'm just saying, Willow. They only took Willow one song, just one.
It's 4 albums that I've never heard of.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know where this could come from.
That's what I'm saying. What are we even talking about here?
Ralph left because he had to find out what channel BET comes on. The BET Awards.
Ralphie hates that channel. He hates BET. He hates TV1. He hates Tubi. He hates the Stars Network.
Goddamn Tyler Perry. There you go.
Just saying.
So did you find the BET Awards?
I definitely did. The BET Award is actually right here. I got that joint right on. And Stevie Wonder is on stage right now.
Oh, okay.
Yo.
Make sure you get safe, all right?
Let's get back on topic because y'all keep messing this up.
Hold on. Like, look, Jaden Smith wore a castle to the 2025 Grammys. He's trying to stay relevant by putting castles on his head.
Look, man.
And look, Andre said Jaden Smith got 4 albums.
I'm just saying.
Just in case y'all are wondering, that's all. In case y'all didn't. When was the last time Bow Wow or Lil Romeo was on?
Dog, his career.
I'm just saying.
He's basically retired. All he does is perform.
That's all he has right now.
Pay him, he'll come out that's okay. Listen,
but look, okay. Dev said that Jaden Smith is a real artist and that Bow Wow isn't.
Everett, not a real artist. Bro.
Everett, yes.
Everett said, "Wait, Ralphie's watching the BET Awards." Yes, he is.
I have the.
Oh my God, bro.
Dev said
that's what happened to Ralphie's TV.
Look, Dev said, "Bring me in." Here come Jorge. Jorge, add him in. He said, "Fueling his hate."
Oh my God!
They're like, "How dare these jigaboos on stage?"
They talking about Jamie Foxx right now. Listen,
they talking about him.
They talking about Jamie Foxx right now.
Oh my God!
Okay.
Somebody
got to tell Jorge. I don't know if he done.
Yeah, tell Jorge
that Dev is. He said, "Dev, check the link on the group chat." Oh Lord, I think he's there. I don't know if he is. He might be there. This is gonna get interesting.
Yeah, Dev ain't been on the show in a minute. He done came and figure out the damn link.
He said he ain't in the green room. He gonna have to hit the link. He says I'm backstage.
Oh, Jorge, he's backstage. He's trapped. Get him out the void. Biggs. Get him out the void.
Okay, so for the past 10 minutes, our Karate Kid franchise talk.
He's with
Jaden Smith and Bow Wow. I don't know how we've gotten here, but this is where we're at.
We were supposed to transition eventually to how DC steals Marvel spotlight, and this is the reason why
we'll eventually get there.
We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there.
We squabble this one out. Unfortunately,
we gotta squabble this one out. Dev is actually trapped somewhere in the multiverse.
Somebody put him in another dimension. There he is.
No, it's Jorge.
No. Come on, Dev, where you at? No, you're in the green room. I don't see you.
He said Jorge tripping. I'm here.
Where?
Hold on.
Did you send the link? I sent the link. You need to send the link.
You send the link. Maybe I send him an old link. Send him.
Dev, check your personal WhatsApp. Yeah, I know, but check your I just sent you a text on your WhatsApp on your 917 number.
Oh my goodness. He says it says only the host can see me.
I don't see you.
See, look.
There, all right. Dev just checked it.
All right,
He
he's
just
here.
checked it.
Hold on. No, we looked at my message.
Nope. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, when this finally comes in, he said Jaden Smith. Jaden is the only one standing between Bow and total supremacy.
Thank you, Everett. Thank you, Everett. Thank you. I appreciate you for being over here, brother. As we watch the
isn't he elusive?
in the back.
I think actually the Will Smith family dropped the ball. They should have made Trey a goddamn star. Trey probably would have been a better star than Jaden. Just saying.
Jaden,
but he was the
more
athletic
for the
one,
culture.
so he played sports.
He was more with the culture.
I'm just saying.
How are we going to go ahead and more for the culture? Okay, and not for nothing. Trey, like I said, Trey, we cool, but at the same time, Trey didn't really get put into the spotlight until later on. So how much do we really need Trey right now?
All right, here it is. Are you guys ready?
Yeah,
we're ready.
We're ready. Give me a good intro. James, come on.
It's Sayer. Okay, clearly it's Sayer.
James, give me a good intro for Dev.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Let's talk about his accolades.
All right. For one, all right, first off, we're gonna pull out a Party Nerds favorite for everybody out here.
OG.
Responsible for the Devin Wade Network, the Talk podcast. Also one of the illest artists I've ever seen draw on a page. Probably has the most beloved Transformers all in his house at one given time. If I'm introducing him right and he's in backstage, put the man on the TV right now.
Yes.
The one and only Devin.
Yes. It only took 10 minutes to get him.
Y'all slandering.
It only took 10 minutes.
Y'all slandering the big homie, Jay.
Devin was hitting the phone real quick. He said,
I'm glad you called him the big homie, but
what that buzz say? What that buzz say?
Yeah, Jaden Smith, man, that's a talented kid right there.
Thank you.
Yo, listen, this is the thing. Whenever people say whatever they say about Jaden Smith, I actually know that they didn't listen to the album, because you'll listen to it for 2 minutes and change your mind. Like, it's so over. The closest thing that his album sounds like is Kanye West, like Dark Twisted Fantasy. The production is ungodly. Like, the illest people, and the boy can rap his ass off. Rap his ass off. Melodies crazy, and he's smarter than regular people. To be honest, he's smarter than most human beings. So when he rap, he really be talking to that shit, bro. That nigga nice, bro. I'm telling you.
I don't want to sit here once again to claim the throne of the Party Nerds.
Now I will say, I don't care.
Hold on. He ain't done yet now.
I don't care about him being Karate Kid.
See? This is where it all comes from.
I don't care about that. But I'm a true Karate Kid fan. So even Karate Kid 3, I'm not going to say it's trash. I'm going to say that it's trash in comparison to 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Two is the best one.
2's the best one for me.
2's the best one. Can we agree that 2's the best one?
1 is the best one.
You think 1's the best one?
Yeah, that's what Johnny Lawrence.
Let me tell you something. This is why 1 is the best one.
I want to hear it.
1 is about a straight Jersey nigga, a real Jersey nigga. Moving, a broke Jersey nigga.
Definitely broke.
Moving to LA on some East Coast, West Coast beat type shit. Moving out there, bagging the baddest man in town's girl. The baddest man in town's girl, baddest man in town getting jealous. The boy learns karate in 2 weeks, becomes a black belt, and wins the All Valley Championship.
Illegal kick, though. That shit was illegal. Can't do that kick, Dad.
He said he won with an illegal kick.
It was an illegal kick.
All right, we can agree that it was
he didn't know the rules. He just got his black belt. He got his black belt. You know what I'm saying? Nobody told him. Nobody told him. You know what I'm saying? But if you could learn as a martial artist, if somebody could come into my dojo and they could learn jujitsu in 2 weeks and beat me, then they're a master. They're remarkable, bro.
He showed up in town. How long was old boy in town? Was he in town for like a month?
Yeah,
that's about it. Because they had a hiatus where they couldn't bully him for a certain amount of time. They said,
until the tournament.
Didn't they drive that broke car from Jersey to California also?
Yeah,
they did.
That's real shit.
A long time. I remember that.
Yeah, he lived in the projects. You know what I mean? In Reseda. He lived in the Jets. You know what I'm saying? That's a great movie. The other movie, he moved all the way out there, chosen one of the worst, chosen like a whole rapist.
Listen, chosen. I'm gonna forgetting his ass whooped, bro.
He got his ass whooped in Japan, yo.
Listen, Chosen was out of control, a goon, bro. Like he's the type to just walk up and just squeeze your girl's breast and don't care in the 80s.
All right. So all right. So I'm not going to dispute Jaden Smith as an artist because you broke something down in a way that I got to reevaluate listening to this month, right?
Mm-hmm.
True.
But we were talking about their peaks.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me that Jaden has
106 in Park.
Any.
So this is the
Bow
thing.
Wow in his prime. Bow Wow in his prime was on fire.
You're comparing a child star making Mickey Mouse music to a very mature older kid. He's a grown man rapping about the real relationships, the political state of the world. Like that's not the same as dude. Like I got
a better
Mickey Mouse on my wrist. You know,
he's a better artist. He's a better artist.
And
but we're just
all those raps was Jermaine Dupri. So really, you're a Jermaine Dupri. I'm gonna give you that now. This is literally a child. So this is the opposite of them. One, even if you put them at the same age, one couldn't write raps, and the other one is making all of his own music. One is a puppet that is a great performer. Bow Wow can deliver the raps, but write them for him. They're nowhere near in the same league of an artist. No, it's not even close. Will Smith has some talented kids, man. They grew up with money, but that's what he raps about. He raps about being in that life. It's not like he's on a record talking about he just walked down somebody in Chicago and clapped them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Chicago.
You know what I'm saying? Look, listen, bro. I can't make no excuses for this shit right here, man. That's on this motherfucking head, bro. I don't know why you do that shit, bro. He's a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? But he wore a white Batman costume to Kanye West's wedding. He just be doing nut shit, bro. I don't know.
He be doing crazy.
When you got bread, you can do stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. Right now, when you in that different type of tax bracket, you can roll up in a pink
Listen, Tony Stark walking around in an orange and yellow, armored suit. He got niggas on his team that could use armor suits. Don't even give him one. He got these niggas. They just out there raw dog fighting aliens. Why Hawkeye ain't got an Iron Man suit? Black Widow get an Iron Man suit. This nigga.
He actually made one for Hulk.
You made one for a nigga that's already bulletproof.
That's true.
That is real.
Well, he only laced the only people on the team he laced. He laced Spider-Man with a suit. He laced this John with a suit.
He's not even an official team member, and he laced
he laced the Hulk by accident because the Hulk got that because he couldn't
grow big.
The Hulk. Yeah, he stole the suit. And War Machine. That's it.
The point is, niggas do weird shit.
Yeah, you're right.
And guess what? Not only was this is why we just figured out that Tony Stark. Is it possible to say that Jaden Smith is the real life Tony Stark? He's the son of a rich man that came before. Oh well,
start over. You got to start back from the beginning. What? Go ahead.
Jaden Smith, just like Tony Stark, had a father who did the same thing as him. That guy gave him nepotism. The reason why he gets to be who he is, grew up rich, everything. Just like Will Smith is the actor rapper who had him, but that doesn't negate the child's talent. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was born in the Stark Enterprises.
It's true. He was.
You feel what I'm saying? He was born in the Stark Enterprises. You feel me?
He said, hold on, Dev. Jaden ain't as cool as Tony.
I mean, I don't know if you know what I mean. Tony got missiles coming out his hands, you know, lasers and shit. So yeah, I'm just kidding for real.
Also, while I got a little bit of time, shout out to all the viewers that are on X right now. I heard we got a little bit of channel happening over there.
It was a big ass bump when Dev came on. That's what
because
happened.
Dev, thank you for bringing all
Dev came to racist Ralphie's rescue.
Listen,
he had him on the ropes.
First off, shout out to my boy Dev.
We had him on the ropes, and then Dev actually,
you never had to.
Dev changed the conversation.
Okay,
because
Dev changed the conversation. Now we got to go listen. Now we got to go listen to Jaden Smith's albums.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Jaden.
But guess what? This is the craziest part. This is the craziest part. For you two brothers, when you go and listen, you're going to soak it in differently because of the non-melanation of your skin. The light skinness is going to come through. Y'all are different kinds of antennas for that Jaden Smith light skin music.
I knew it was coming.
I can't.
Thank you, Dev.
Get away with that bullshit.
Thank you. Once again.
What the fuck is happening?
Don't want you to know. I just want to go ahead and brother. Here's the crown, because you might need this more than I needed myself. Here's the crown, because these two brothers always think they might have one step, but these light skinned brothers never know. Because again, I got backup.
Now, hold on.
Light skin music.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you something right here. Don't play that song right there, because that nigga was trying to fucking stupid.
Blind woman.
Yes, he was.
That nigga was about 47 years old. You know what I'm saying? He was about 47 years old back in like 1984. Yo,
Lionel Richie was begging too. He was begging
for that blind woman.
For the underage John.
No,
begging.
That's hard.
He was wilding. But back in the day, in the 80s, that flew. That went.
It did.
True.
It did.
My
daddy got my mama when she was 17, so
Jesus,
he's 11 years old.
That's
how it was different. And
that's how it was back then.
He went on tour with Rick James. So that's just cool. So them niggas was looking for teenage girls, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. That's what he was looking for. Taking advantage.
Look at
I'm here. But guess what, y'all? I'm here. I'm here. That's crazy, because that's how my dad looked like back then.
Bro, how'd you pull that up that fast, bro?
You had to
genius. He got that ready to go.
Come on, bro.
He's ready to go.
So Jaden as an actor or Bow Wow as an actor?
Jaden.
Jaden. Yes.
Jaden Karate Kid, Bow and like Mike.
Jaden.
No. We take it Bow Wow and like Mike.
Like Mike.
And in Roller Bounce.
And in Roller Bounce movie. Yeah,
and in that lottery ticket movie. We take it Bow Wow. And then he was in Last Christmas or one of them Christmas movies, right?
This nigga was like crying in movies when he was a little kid. That nigga is a different thing. He's an alien.
Who?
That boy, Jaden Smith is an alien, bro.
No, he's 6. It's not that hard for him to cry.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Bro.
Pursuit of Happiness?
He gonna cry.
Pursuit of Happiness?
At 6.
This guy, man.
I'm just saying, at 6 you can cry. It's easy. I get my 5-year-old right now, he'll cry on
camera.
while reading the script. I don't know.
Say these lines, dude.
Jaden Smith could read when he was like 1.5 years old. It's like, come on, dog. Hold on now. What was being said? I heard a piece of this where somebody was comparing DC to this situation. How was that? What was that?
Oh yeah. Go back to Racist Ralphie. He'll tell you.
Wow. That's what they call me out here. They hating either which way. Basically, what I had said is right now in the come up of everything, DC is like Jaden Smith. Okay, it's the new age. They're basically the iPod shuffle. Everything's about to change, and Bow Wow and Lil Romeo is Marvel. You know, they had their little hype, their little run and stuff like that, but they're gassed out right now. Okay, that's the Microsoft Zoom, like these two brothers up top.
Listen, man. I've been speaking on behalf of Party Nerds for over a decade now, right?
You're a legend.
Definitely over
You're a legend.
And I've been telling people on this platform
Tell them.
for a decade that you can never trust DC Comics. I don't care who's at the. They are cursed by the Almighty God, the real one that exists. There.
Up high.
They always going to make some bullshit. They will come very, very close, and then somehow they gonna fuck it up. So when they was doing Batman, right? The first Batman movie, the John with Christian Bale, the first John, it was a great movie all the way until he turned into Batman. It was ass. When he went against the Scarecrow or something at the end, it turned butt when he put the costume on. When he was training,
Christian Bale as Batman sucked. I'm telling you, we say that all the time. We be like,
where is he? But then hold on, the second movie, all around, great movie. The second one, the Joker, fire movie. Third John, back to trash.
Oof.
Okay, before we, in my mind, I thought this was gonna go differently.
Back to trash.
You thought he was gonna help your ass out.
Aquaman, trash.
Again, James Gunn is now in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Let's start that number. Hold on a second. I just rewatched Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. Great film. Okay, absolutely great films. So now that I know that this brother is taking control of DC, I actually do have faith that I think we're gonna go in the right path. I think Superman actually might be interested.
If you put Mario Andretti, he's a great driver, I heard.
What a name!
If you put him in the driver's seat of my aunt's old fucked up car that can go 20 miles an hour, it ain't nothing you can do about it. I don't care how good he drives. Guess what? No.
It might be the best. It might be a very exciting 20 miles an hour, though.
Let me tell you something. DC comic books are flawed to the core. The characters,
they do too
much. The main characters that we love are OP until they do something where they limit the powers of, let's say, a Superman. Make him strong, make him fast, make him be able to fly at speeds, but limit him a little bit. Make it believable that this guy could be stopped in some way, and then people can feel something for these characters.
I agree with
Marvel,
that.
you don't feel like Spider-Man is unstoppable. So these movies make you feel different about these.
They're vulnerable.
They lowered down Incredible Hulk's abilities.
They did.
Incredible Hulk in the comic books is just over the top goofy. They knew how to scale it back. But guess what? They're not going to scale Superman back. He's going to probably spin the world backwards like he did that bullshit.
Man, what?
Yeah, take an S off his chest, throw it at you, wrap you up like a fucking burrito. Yeah.
Yo, that's the illest move of all time, son.
You know what I mean? Whenever you explain why they did
it was plastic.
That's how you know
it was like wrapping paper.
They was doing goofy shit all the way back then, just make up powers in the movie, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He said, so you say the DC execs are going to mess it up and sabotage James Gunn?
It's a curse on it already. It was cursed.
I think it shifted though, Dev. I ain't gonna hold you. I think it shifted because now I'm thinking because the shit that Marvel has been coming out with, ain't been hitting at all.
I'm gonna tell you, Marvel's movies have been complete dick juice lately. White dick juice from a bum, bum semen.
Yes,
it has. You know what I'm saying? Worthless bum semen. You know what I'm saying? But what did he say?
He
told
said,
y'all the Superman movie is going to be.
Ass. Thank you, Dad.
Oh man, Dre's been saying that.
Yeah,
Dre's been saying that.
Listen. This is just the truth. It might have some parts that make you feel like, oh shit, that was dope. I like that. But it's because you're looking for something beautiful to find out of it. You feel what I'm saying? You know, where Marvel messed up is they ran their 8-year program, whatever it was, 10-year joint, and it was a beautiful storytelling, and they took their time building it. And yet they lost those main characters, and they don't know what to do. And they had a lot of hope put into the whole Wakanda world, and we lost the homie, right? When
Out of
losing
our
the
control.
homie and knowing that you can't replace the homie really fucked shit up.
Screwed a lot, yeah.
It really did. Now, the problem is because what they were supposed to do was say, let's bet the house on X-Men, not the Fox one. All new people. Stop going to the well, being greedy, being uncreative, bringing back Hugh Jackman. No.
Right.
Make the fans mad that you got a new Wolverine until they love him. The same way we did with every Spider-Man.
Yep.
Who's this dude? Andrew Garfield, he a bitch. Then you watched him and was like, damn, that's a real Peter Parker right there.
Right.
We got the young boy, and then we said, oh, that's young boy. We like Garfield. This nigga's a bitch. And then we said, oh shit,
ain't no better Spider-Man than Holland.
Right, Holland, the real Peter Parker. Give it a chance. Start over. Make X-Men take place in the 80s. Don't even put them with. Don't try to figure out the timeline. Marvel Comics is a time-based company. Since everything popped off in the 60s, all of their characters are time-related. They can't figure out how to do nothing with Magneto because the Holocaust was so long ago, they don't know what to do.
Right.
And that's the case with almost all the characters. They don't know what to do because these people are related to times.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's how you end up with a 90-year-old Magneto who looks 46.
Make the John take place in the 80s. Don't even explain.
Good idea, though.
Don't even explain how it relates to Captain America and all that other stuff that happened. I don't care what universe it is. The X-Men world. This is where X-Men lived, and it wasn't no Captain America. We didn't have to think about none of that shit.
They ain't really fuck with him anyway.
Build that shit piece by piece. Find you a real person like Cyclops and show his life the way there was an Iron Man movie and put the pieces together, the slow grind. We already saw what the homie did with the cartoon. He showed that Cyclops is really that bull.
In X-Men 97?
Yes. So we know if you put that kind of work into these great characters, right, and really give them dope movies and time to grow and come together and form the team, but they want that quick buck. They want to see them all on the screen and once instantly. You feel me? Yeah. That's Marvel's cure. They have to.
I ain't gonna hold y'all.
They got to slow burn this shit.
I watched episode 5 of X-Men 97 yesterday again, bro. Like, tough. Still tough. Still tough, bro.
Mama.
Still tough. Mama.
You see, but the whole problem with that still stimulates from the aspect of, is it going to be profitable? Because again, you did bring up a whole good thing, right? We need to go back.
Correctly, it will be profitable.
Again,
X-Men's going to be profitable.
But the fact of the matter is if it's not making the quick money, they will just scrap it. And we've seen projects.
They're not scrapping X-Men.
So how are we this?
They're not scrapping.
How are you?
They're not scrapping X-Men.
Listen, the same way they tried to do this true to life Fantastic Four, they look beautiful. It looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
They should have did that. Hold on, Dev. How come you
in the same
bro? Dev, I kid you not. I've been suggesting so many goddamn movies, bro.
I'm in the finance office because I'm over here thinking it's not making no money.
There's recorded footage of me talking on the Party Nerd Show in 2016 describing the whole Deadpool movie.
Yeah, true.
Talking about, what if they pay Hugh Jackman enough money to come back, put them together? That's a 2016 episode.
Idea that turned
exactly. See, you need your royalties, bro.
So
you need your royalties.
These things, trust me, I understand things run its course. Get some young bulls. Don't put Wolverine in the movie. And matter of fact, when Wolverine gets to X-Men, let him be a more background character the way they did in X-Men
97, which
right?
made X-Men
you give me the original team that's basically X Factor, with turned into X Factor.
Yeah.
You give me those guys back in the day, Iceman, and let them really go through some real shit fighting against Magneto. Bro, listen.
Yep.
That movie can be all that, and next thing you know, kids want to be Iceman, because kids don't pay attention to those characters because they got thrown to the side. The same way Rogue was underused.
Iceman used to be
underused,
shit.
underappreciated, and unpowered.
Rogue didn't have no powers because they never had the opportunity to have her take the powers away from
Captain Marvel.
Miss Marvel. You know what I'm saying? That never happened. So this time they could slow walk, and they got so much story that they'll be able to tell. They got so much story to be able to tell, but they gotta be willing to go through them growing pains and saying,
"Oh yeah,
X-Men from the beginning. Stop thinking about these other people." And this is the cool part. By not introducing Wolverine in the beginning, they let they don't even have to explain to people that they're not using Hugh, because if they run this for 5 years, Hugh Jackman getting old.
He's gonna get phased out.
Yeah. People gonna start looking at him and be like, okay, he's an old man, bro.
Yeah,
we got Henry
Wolverine.
Bro, we got Henry.
That Henry Cavill cameo, you were just leaving, dog. Perfect. Let that motherfucker Wolverine. I'm saying, let that motherfucker Wolverine.
Be.
No,
why not?
No,
why not?
Yo,
why
let me tell you something. Listen, the world has millions of actors, and for some reason, Hollywood acts like there's really like almost like a WWE roster of actors to pick from. Like, let's pick the dude that played Superman to play Wolverine. Won't you let a new nigga? Won't you just let people read? I bet you if they have casting calls, they will find a dude shorter, grimier, that will body that role, let that man shine. Guess what else that'll do? That'll keep the budget down because these is newer actors. You can pour the money into really making these effects.
That's true.
Make this X-Men movie Avatar, dog, where they like, God damn.
You know what? That line, and that's how they found Hugh Jackman in the first goddamn place.
June 9th, 2025 at 10:22. Dev said this because I feel like this is going to come to life, and I'll be here.
After seeing comic book, he said after seeing comic accurate Wolverine in a Deadpool movie, we was like, nah, let's keep them talking.
So I'm gonna tell you how you got tricked, right? That wasn't a comic accurate Wolverine. They on purpose made that corny looking shrunk down version to justify them having
I agree with that one.
We know the thick Wolverine hunched over. We know what he looked like. We know
he on steroids.
You see him. Huh?
Yeah, steroids.
Huh? He's supposed to be like this, dog. You know what I mean?
They made him puny.
Make him animalistic. Make him dirty. You know what I'm saying? Make him dirty, bro. Why you got
they had a tiny Wolverine that was out on a Tinder date or something.
They made it rap on purpose, bro.
I do remember that. Chris Benoit is a prototype of what Wolverine
is. He is.
Prototype.
Yep. And he turned out to be a savage.
Yeah. You need a boy that got that build. If he not gonna be super thick, you need a boy that got that build like a Habib Nurmagomedov. Like when you see Habib jump over the cage in the UFC, yeah, we need one of them. You know what I mean? We need somebody dirty. He's supposed to be like your homie that you don't take certain places because you scared he gonna shoot somebody after the party. Wolverine is supposed to
that
be
makes sense.
Like, bro, don't invite him. There's something wrong with that boy. Leave him in the house. He be tripping.
That's why
the X-Men 97 dude. Sometimes they left that.
Sometimes they left him out there. He got his ass whooped.
Yeah, he be wilding. You know what I'm saying? When they bring the story back, don't even go into the Gene girl. Oh, Gene, this nigga just being a bitch. Like, no, we don't need none of that.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
You just need he's the first one out in the missions. He's probably the first one to catch a blast, so they can clear out room. He's basically a distraction, and then the rest of the team just goes in.
Listen, man,
when they pick up on X-Men 97, on X-Men 97, the second season, that motherfucker's still gonna be unconscious.
Yeah, because literally, you got his shit ripped out.
He's still gonna be unconscious.
Yeah,
while they're in some different timeline and shit.
Well, that's the thing. When he gets stripped of his adamantium, he's feral.
He's feral, yeah.
So even that, I'm gonna be fair, right? The same way that I said that Superman is OP, Magneto is OP.
Yeah.
Oh, we know that.
But this is the thing. This is the problem with Magneto. They need to scale him down too, right? Just because I have magnetism powers doesn't give me omniscient powers, meaning I might be able to pull a bunch of guns to me, but that don't mean that I can cock and aim every gun at the same time, because that's like you having more arms than you have. Like, who got that type of, why do you have that much awareness to be able to do all of that? That's like, most people can't even do stuff with their left hand. This dude got a million right hands and a million left hands in his brain, and he's able to do this and aim the guns accurately. How do you see from the gun's perspective? Stop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They would pull out like another basically power set of his out of nowhere, where he could pull the iron from your blood. It was like whatever writer wrote that is like,
yeah, that shit was,
that's a little too much.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta scaling down. Make this thing believable. That's where comic books could win. If they movies could win again, bring some of the power levels down and let people feel like they really in danger, bro. And I'm telling you, if they figure that out with the X-Men, and this the thing, if they able to pull this off in the X-Men, they need to do this. You heard it here first, right? We watch the X-Men and we feel like it's like the civil rights movement. They hating on black people, on Arabs, right? It's not the same thing. If I gotta register a gun, he better have to register his portal eye blast red beam eyes, nigga. Every last one of us would be afraid of mutants if they existed. You telling me that girl could control the weather? I'ma shoot her in her fucking head. This is just the truth. If we gotta have rules on who can have nuclear bombs, but this nigga can explode himself, this dude could teleport into my house. Oh nah, we would be on the witch hunt too. Let's kill all these niggas because they could do too.
The hate would be real.
Think about
it. Would.
Professor X could really walk in my house and tell my girl, hey, yo, give me some coochie. Like, yeah, and think she really wants to do it. The scarier part.
You can mind read a woman.
You said a woman. They could come to one of us and be like, yo, suck me down. And you just gonna think it was your own idea. I don't want nobody that got the powers to make me gay, cuz he gotta go. We gotta nerf him.
Yo.
Put the most metal helmet you can on me and you right out of that wheelchair. I'm gonna knock you smooth out that wheelchair. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Welcome to the ghetto Milky Way, y'all.
Yeah, you're done. I'm a murderer. You don't belong on the planet Earth with us.
Welcome to the ghetto Milky Way, y'all.
Ever said Boulevard Trask is joining
the root for them is cool. We can't walk around with a knife more than 3 inches, just to protect ourselves. And this nigga got claws that can come out his head made out of a metal that's indestructible. Nah, we gotta kill him. Kill him.
Oh my god, bro.
Listen,
this nigga with Professor X powers. Fucking, I lost it,
bro. That's nutty.
I know what matter from that angle. It makes sense.
No, I know for one mutant. If there was one mutant on the planet, everybody would want him dead. Oh, hell no. What? You tell I don't care what powers they got.
Yeah.
I don't care what name anybody. Name
like I was playing cards with this nigga and he literally blew up the whole damn house by picking up a playing card.
Oh, this nigga could touch me and make my head just burst. Oh no. Where he at? Send all them Philly YN niggas, shoot him. He at the card game right now. Bang him out. What are you talking about? We can't have that, bro. They would certainly the criminal element part of them, because that's the thing. You had evil mutants. The evil mutants, and the show is going to make it PG. Mm-hmm. They just trying to take over the world.
No. It's funny because the evil mutants actually look like mutants. Mystique, Sabretooth, Toad, they look crazy.
Now, in a real life Sabretooth, he don't want to just be in control. No, he gonna be raping. Like,
literally raping. Literally raping. Literally raping.
We can't have mutant rapers, bro. We gotta get them out of here.
That
Mutant
nigga did that in
child,
Vietnam. Remember he had to
Mutant
take in
child
Vietnam in the
molesters.
movie?
Mutant child molester come
Look,
up
he
to the
slammed
door.
that door too. He's like,
Niggas just come up to my door, knock on the door. I want your son's butt. It ain't nothing I could do.
Oh my God.
See?
Oh no. I don't care what president is office. We on task with you. Donald Trump, whoever. What do we gotta do? Trask? You trying to let's get it. Sentinel program, please.
He said, please.
Take my whole paycheck to develop them Jones.
And we know from reading X-Men comics that all the fucking mutants are freaks anyway.
Yeah,
They are, bro. They are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The
And
love
I'm not
triangles,
talking about that
orgies,
in the physical sense.
Emma Frost is the worst
Nightcrawler
of
is
them all.
teleporting to hell.
Emma Frost is the freakiest of them all. Because she just...
Nah, it's Mystique.
Oh, yeah, she gotta die. She could turn
Be
the
anybody she want. Mystique can be anybody she wants. She could be a man. She could be a woman. She can be
so can
anything.
morph.
Yeah, so can morph. They could just literally do whatever the fuck they want.
Thank you, Dre.
But they being in shiesties. You can't wear a
Thank you,
shiesty, then you can't change your face.
First of all, let's not do that. We're not going to prop up Ralphie.
Too late.
Dev is 82% of what Dev is saying. Ralphie would never say in life.
Too late.
Never say in life.
Too late.
18%, Ralphie. That's it. That's all you get.
Oh,
18% of what Dev is saying.
Dev, I appreciate you, brother. Just
18. 18%.
Yo, give me
the other 82% is all Dev.
Remember when Superman messed up the city? It showed how the devastation from him. You know what I mean? He fighting against Bull. He
General Zod.
General
Man
Zod.
of Steel? And Man of Steel?
The other part that's dumb with Superman, how can you miss with heat vision? If I'm looking at you, you're cooked. If I can see you, you should be dead. That doesn't make any sense. How can I look past you? Nigga, I'm looking at you, you're dead. If I can see that it's you, you're dead. That's it. How do you aim? How do you miss aim? Miss. That's not possible. Cyclops can't miss. Nigga, I'm looking at you.
I don't know. Wasn't he Superman for like 4 minutes though? Like
who?
When he flew down.
He was learning his power. He's Superman for like 2 weeks.
No matter what, it's gonna be that damage, and the X-Men need to have that. It need to show their mistakes. It need to be like, damn, these people really do deserve that. I don't know how they can tell that story to make us as the audience be like, yo, how do we in some ways root against them? How do they pull that off from a artistic standpoint? That would be incredible, dog.
So
I mean,
so Dev, you say,
ahead.
of course, with like DC being as cursed as they are, if
Mhm.
if Marvel gets the mutants right, are they back on track?
They're out of
key.
here. 10-year run. 10-year run.
Probably longer. There's too many stories.
Too many and get Deadpool out of here.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not.
He too.
Because we survived without Deadpool for a long time.
It did what it did.
Both in the comics and in these movies.
Yeah, X-Men got so many ill characters. X-Men B teams really could be the truth. They just don't do it right. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. A real New Mutants joint would have really been fire. That joint they made was really just goofy.
Yeah, that movie was trash.
You know what I'm saying? It was a goofy joint. But if you really put it together, yo, do something freaky. Make Alpha Flight embody that joint. The first time you see Wolverine is a real Alpha Flight movie.
Yeah, because he starts with Alpha Flight before he goes.
That would be hard.
With Guardian and fucking Puck, North Star.
Fire.
Puck is smaller than fucking Wolverine, yo.
And he just be like a little ball, like a bowling ball.
He's just a bullet. That's it.
Yeah. Nah, listen. What you're saying, I totally agree with. What you're saying, we definitely hinted on that type of shit before. Because the mutants, I mean, if we go back in the 90s when they had the animated series, like that was the main. It was that and Batman the animated series. Those were the two Jones that lasted through the 90s. And the other joint was like probably Spider-Man, but those two, X-Men was crazy.
Yep.
X-Men was crazy. Like X-Men owned Saturday mornings, bro. Like owned Saturday mornings. And it wasn't just
until season 4.
Well, yeah. until season
That Jones started
season
getting
4 got away.
Yo,
And then season 5, forget
I
about
tried
it.
to rewatch them Jones ass.
Yeah, season 4,
But
season
them first
5.
3 seasons. Them first 3 seasons, I mean, they had the story, they had the compassion for the characters, they had the care for the source material, they had original stories, they had all kinds of shit. So if they, just like X-Men 97, if they stick to what the core is and also give us original shit, then yeah, the X-Men, the mutants, can put Marvel right back where it was the first 3
Because
phases.
if you remember first episode of X-Men animated series, they Morph first 5
right off the bat.
Right off the bat. Get this
right off the bat.
Wow. That was it.
Because he wasn't a real nigga.
Wasn't a real X-Men.
Yeah.
They made a throwaway character. They Wolverine all morph. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they have stakes. Now, X-Men 97, they took those stakes and took it to a whole new level.
They switch morph making LGBT?
Yes, they did.
Oh, yeah. He's in love with Wolverine.
They did.
He's in love with Wolverine.
He LGBTs.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in love with Wolverine now. But that's what I'm saying. Like, X-Men 97 literally laid out the blueprint. It literally laid out the blueprint.
Yeah, but now they're going to get rid of the homie.
Bo, they need Bo to continue.
Yeah.
But
I know.
So if they drop the ball next time, we know why. Because niggas want to be hard-headed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what he did.
It's just he had his OnlyFans, and Marvel wasn't.
It's not just the OnlyFans.
He looked like a freak ass nigga.
Yeah. So, man, all right, hold up, Dev.
He LGBT too, right?
Yeah.
Yo, Dev. All right, I'm gonna picture. We said this on the show before. Picture you in the office. You know, you working on your shit. You probably writing. All right, I'm writing some episodes.
And who's
this
off?
nigga just? And this nigga Bo just walking around in a Speedo.
Nah.
That's the type. I think that's what was happening, bro. Because they saying he was touching people, like in all kinds.
All he did was probably do one little shoulder rubs.
Bo know
man.
It
got kind of wild in the workplace.
Bo know who to do that shit with. Nigga not walking up. I'm
just saying, bro.
He picked
motherfucker was walking around with Speedo.
He picked and chose that shit, guys.
But all jokes aside, yo, the nigga was brilliant with how
he was brilliant.
This goddamn show.
He was the only one that did it completely right.
Yeah, it was great.
Like
he was great. That Cable,
every episode hit.
That scene with Cable and the music that was playing at the party. Oh my god!
I was talking about that.
They were drinking wine, making love.
Bro, and he was trying to get motherfuckers out the party. Nobody would listen. Get out.
The way they did that. Shit,
and then everything changed in an instant. Like, just perfect, dog. Like, everybody was partying, having a good time. Everybody was vibing. Everybody was about to get some cheeks. Then all of a sudden, that shit turned into a disaster, bro. And then we seen bodies, actual bodies.
That's what happens. That's what happens with the mutants. Motherfuckers get so paranoid for who the mutants are that they literally try to genocide them motherfuckers every chance that they get.
They did, bro. They got rid of Madeline Parr. They got rid of fucking Banshee. They got rid of Sebastian Shaw. They got rid of motherfuckers.
They turned motherfuckers into skeletons.
Literally, like.
Makes
sense. These characters early in the episode, so you expect to see them for a while. They got rid of the motherfucking Morlocks, bro.
Yeah.
Like Little Leech.
Do that.
Little Leech was a little boy.
Yeah, I don't think that aliens could be little boys to humans. When a nigga green face nigga, gray face weird nigga, you gotta die. I don't know.
No nose.
That's listen, bro. We see a little demon, a little young Nightcrawler stabbing right while he's a baby. We can't. Let's just be realistic. They're monsters to people for a reason. They're too. It's like this. If we not going to have the Mutant Registration Act, everybody should be able to have whatever kind of bombs and stuff they want. That should be cool. If you could have powers that shoot out your hands, I should be able to have a machine gun without registering tomorrow. Because you're not registered. You feel what I'm saying? And if they can't understand something that simple, then it's like, oh, then y'all want to be superior. I should be able to walk around here with some shit that could cook you. So regular humans should be able to buy the mutant sensor Jones, the Jones that could make the noise. You know what I mean? Like all that shit. We should be able to have that. I should be able to have the mutant collar Jones.
Just wanted to make sure you wasn't dangerous. Okay.
Hold on. Hey, yo, Dev. So wait, hold on. So let's say the Superman movie hits, and then they have another movie hit, and they say the Peacemaker show is dope. Like, are you gonna like, you know what? Shit, I might have to come down off my stance a little bit. Maybe they not curse. So they still gonna be cursed. They can come out with 3 bangers. They still cursed.
3 bangers?
3 in a row. In a row.
3 in a row.
3 bangers in a row.
Superman.
3 in a row after 30 years, huh? 40 years, huh? Yeah, 3 in a row.
3
Congratulations. You made a long movie. You made a long movie and cut it in half and said it was different shit. He's like, no, that's all you did.
I'm just saying, are you gonna go?
Movie, it was good. You cut it in pieces and said we got 2 of them. No, nigga, that's one movie.
So you gonna go? So wait, so it's cool if you want to lower the bar when you go in the movie, because I think we all do that anyway when we see a DC movie. But are you just automatically about to be like even if it's good, you're like, yeah.
So let me tell you something.
Like,
every time
you watch it without bias?
Every time I walk into a comic book movie, I go in there with hopes. I don't care what it is. If it's nerd related, I go in there with the hopes that this is gonna, right? When I walked in to go watch the new Avengers, trash can juice. You know when you get stuck behind a trash truck and it got the drippings and that smell make you like, oh. That movie sucks. And everybody walked out of that joint acting like it was good because they want something to hold on to.
That's what I was saying.
It wasn't good at all.
Was it just the third act that did it, or was it the whole totality of the movie?
Definitely
the whole totality of the movie sucks.
It was definitely the third act for me.
It's a
third act, yeah. The jumping into his head or whatever, his personality.
Terrible.
Ralphie hated the movie and gave it an 8.
Listen,
I gave it a 7.5.
We're still puzzled about that, but he gave it an 8 because he liked the director and the actor.
They defeated him with a hug, nigga.
That was Sinners.
Wait, what?
That was Sinners. Sinners is great.
Oh, so which movie? So wait, did you like? But
one of y'all
like
Sinners?
I like
wait, hold on, Ralph.
I liked Sinners over with the New Avengers or whatever.
I hope so. Sinners is a fantastic movie. Who said
no?
that?
Oh, you didn't. No, he doesn't. My bad, Dev. He didn't like Sinners, but he gave it an 8 because he liked Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler. But he didn't like the movie. He didn't like the movie. But he scored it an 8 for support.
Because
I'm gonna let him explain himself.
I'm gonna explain this
because we're still. It's been 2 months. We're still trying to figure this shit out.
I have to get off after this. I'm gonna explain myself real quick, then before I go. Just know there were certain things, little nuances of the film that I did not like, which dropped a bit of the scaling for me. Okay,
tell me the things.
Well, one, you gave me a 2-hour film about something that happened in 6 hours. That was number one. Number two. You can't beat
6 hours.
It happened during the night. Either which way. Number two.
No, they started in the morning.
Don't worry about that. He came up with scratches in church and all whatever the case may be. Number two, okay? You can't be wearing a Jesus piece and telling me you are Dracula, whatever the case may be, and not burn. So what are you wearing? Fake jewelry? Come on.
What are you
talking? Let him rock. No, hold up, Dad. Let him rock.
Number 3, okay? Number 3, you mean to tell me the main vampire, whatever the case may be, burns, but Michael B. Jordan's character and the little white girl run off, and they happen to just be the specific entities that said, oh, my brother told me not to kill you. That dropped the ratings for me. So the only reason why I said, outside of that, I thought cinematography was great. I thought it was a good little script, and I love the culture, and I love Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan's my dude.
See the look you got.
That's why I gave it an 8. Okay, it gave an 8. And
you hate the movie.
I don't hate the movie.
The movie doesn't
sound like it.
No lie. I watched that movie again last night, bro.
That shit still hits, bro.
That movie, bro, gives me a feeling when he came back at the end. In 92 with the high top.
Oh, with the high top and the cootie sweater?
It fucked me up seeing him walking that joint like that.
You said you hated it?
Hated that part.
Bro, you're a nut.
This is why you're a racist, guy. This is why we call you racist.
It's the
And this
crazy
is how
part.
you end out of here.
Forehead said,
This is how you become the heel, ladies and
Listen,
gentlemen. This is
that
how you
was a
become the
sad
heel.
part for me.
That's how you become the heel.
Sad. Because he went through all this time torturous. He hasn't been able to be out in the sun. It's just him and his girl. He had to watch his young boy grow up, get old. You know what I'm saying?
Get old. Yep.
Want him to live forever. Even if he would have bit him, then he'd have been stuck old forever.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So what he wanted for him is crazy. We still had that pride, but then there's the other part. They might be cool, good-hearted, but all this time they've had to feed off people.
For decades.
They live in like a life almost like a drug addict in real life. Like they really out here having to do this shit. How many other people have they turned into vampires? That part was so ill when they show all the music, cultural music, especially black music, and how all this music is really happening at the same time in a plane outside of the actual time continuum, the space time continuum that we in, how powerful this music is. Oh my God, nigga.
Not saying anything wrong about that. Not say anything. I love the good part like that. But
here it goes.
But there was just small little nuances. And with that being said, gentlemen, I do have to go. And I am continuing to be this heel, and I'm going to keep this rocking because Sinners is an 8. That's all I got. All right.
Enjoy your clans meeting, Ralph. Enjoy it.
I'm gonna catch you. Thank you, Dev. I appreciate you. Good night, Joe.
Yo,
actually, we gonna be out today too, man. Dev, we appreciate you coming up in here, man.
Dev, you got to come back some more times, bro. That's you got to come back.
You know.
We know you're doing your thing, man, but we glad to have you.
Yeah, it was great. It was good for Ralphie to have an ally too. We're happy for him.
This the thing. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send y'all some Jaden Smith, right?
Yep.
And when we come back on here, you're gonna tell the truth.
We will.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because I haven't listened.
Absolutely. We're all we will do that. We're gonna give him a fair deal. We're gonna give Jaden a fair deal.
He said Dev back feeling like the old podcast days. See, look, man, they know who you is.
That's what's up, man. Shout out Dennis, man.
That big ass forehead.
Yo, his forehead is crazy.
All right, y'all. So for everybody out here, of course, you can check us out every single Monday, 9 p.m. anywhere where you're streaming out here on YouTube. Next week, of course, you can check us out on YouTube as well. So for myself, Haas, Dev, Ralph in the void, obviously hating on fucking sinners. We will see you guys.
On his way to a clans meeting.
Yep, next time on the channel. Party nerds, go.
Party nerds.